Hello. So today I wanted to do a little walk and talk about the first year of motherhood because I realized that something that's been super nourishing me recently is my conversations with other moms and specifically like voice memoing other moms. And I was thinking, that's probably something that not everybody has access to. And so my intention with this video is just to like let it be a little walk and talk, chat with a friend. You can just put it on in the background and listen to me share my little memo or watch the video. We are out on a walk right now. It's finally warm enough. I'm walking with my daughter. She has this fun little bike thing. And yeah, she just turned one. I don't know what day it is, but like 20 days ago at the beginning of the month. And that first year is pretty wild. I remember thinking around like month 8 or something like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm myself again. I figured it out. I found my way back to who I am. And then there's always these ebbs and flows constantly. And then I was reading a quote today and it said, becoming a mother isn't about remembering who you were. It's about expanding who you are. And I think that's like the biggest lesson that I've found in this process is there's this idea that we're supposed to like return back to some version of ourselves. We're supposed to revert back to the old self or the old body or whatever. And I think that's just impossible. I think we're still like, I'm still who I am at my core, but I've been a mom now for a year. And before that I was pregnant for 9 months. And like that 2-year journey is such a rite of passage and such a dramatic shift. And, I think pregnancy was really a specific shift from the maiden phase into the motherhood phase and like a lot of grieving old self and things like that, which I could do another video on pregnancy alone. But the first year is like really learning how to take care of a human and all of their like ever changing, ever evolving needs. And also I think that it's this like settling into who you want to be and how you want to hold space for other people. Because really like the mom's job, in my perspective, my job as mom, I see as deciding how to hold the space and the energetics and the nervous system of the family unit. And every family is different and how different like roles break down and stuff. But I think that like ultimately the mother is this like core aspect that everybody else kind of looks to and turns to assess how to feel about something. Like, are we okay? Is this safe? Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Is mom happy? Is mom upset? Is mom freaked out? And I think there's part of that like in other family members too, and dad and whoever else. But ultimately I think that like as a mom, I'm just I'm the vibe check of the family, and especially of my daughter as she's like exploring the world and she has stranger danger and she's like learning who she wants to be in the world. I have to learn really intentionally and like walk the walk of who I want to be in the world so that she can model herself after me. Okay, my arm is getting tired and I'm out of breath. I'm gonna catch you when we're walking back. Okay, we switched hands. Yeah, so I think, wherever you are in your motherhood phase, if you're a new mom or feel like at the same phase that I'm in, a year out, or even doing this for a long time, I think that like for me, this process is like going to be a continuous return over and over and over again to my core values and like the intention of who I want to be and how I want to show up, which we always are doing. Like, how do we want to show up in the world is an important question to ask all the time. But I think that the stakes just become higher when somebody's really watching you, when there's a kid really watching you, and like maybe like a bunch of kids or a whole family, like that it just becomes more and more heightened. This need to self actualize sounds very intense. We don't have quite the need to self actualize, but this need to live life intentionally. And that's always been like one of my most staple core values is living a really intentional life where everything I do feels on purpose and I'm not just operating by default and I'm co-creating and interacting with the world in a way that, you know, serves me and serves the collective in general. And now, like that mission has gone from me centered and like society centered really to family centered and family oriented. And so much of my drive and discipline and desire has gone from like making money or putting things out in the world or becoming who I want to be into like really simplifying and being like, I want to make nourishing meals for my family. And I want to show up in a way where my daughter gets to see me joyful every day, as many days as I possibly can. And if I'm not joyful, I'm at least like honest and I'm feeling the feelings and the emotions that I need to work through. And I'm expressing, openly what's going on, obviously, like to a certain extent, right? And yeah, I think that that's my biggest, there's 1.5 million lessons in becoming a mother. But I think my biggest one is just understanding that like the priorities are going to shift, but the intentionality of showing up doesn't change. It heightens, in my opinion. And I really hope that that's the case for a lot of people, because if moms are living accidentally or by default or from like victim modes, we're gonna have children that see that and that's the way to like move through the world. And I think that's where a lot of the dilemmas that we're currently facing come from, is people that were not shown what love and intention in a family unit looks like. So yeah, that's my thought. That's my current voice memo for you. And I'm gonna get back to hanging out with her. I think she's teething a little bit, so she's been having a tough day, but she loves this bike thing. So we're gonna keep going with that and enjoy that we're finally in a green season around us. Oh, thank goodness. And it's finally warm enough to go outside without a big jacket on. And yeah, I hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Feel free to leave a comment below with your, your response, your little voice memo response, so to speak. Let me know if this was helpful, and see you next time.